Hello everyone, you are on Patrick's channel. My name is Ekaterina and I position my channel as a modern kitchen channel. Even if I show you some basic recipes, I reinterpret them in a new, more original way. I occasionally share original recipes from various countries globally. And today we have a very interesting original Japanese dessert with you. Such a dessert is customary to give for New Year, but it's all made from rice. The Japanese are amazing, but in the modern world, we can use pre-made rice paste to simplify the process. What are we going to do with you today? The beginning, of course, can be absolutely diverse. According to Japanese classics, this is of course a soaked soybean paste. But today we will prepare with you the fastest version with fruits. And one version we will have with you will be with cottage cheese and fruits. Well, let's proceed to the recipe. So, our main ingredients. It's just rice flour and a few other ingredients. It must be rice flour. With another one, you just won't be able to do it. This is powdered sugar, water and corn syrup, so that we can roll out this soft dough mass with you. There are two ways to prepare our boiled dough. Either we can do this in a water bath as I will do now, or you can do it in the microwave. Personally, I will use a water bath. I have already put the water, and we will spend some time with you preparing our dough. For this, we will need 100 grams of flour. To the 100 grams of flour, we add 30 grams of powdered sugar. And here we pour 150 milliliters of water. And now we need to mix our resulting mass very well. The consistency turns out to be quite liquid, and now it's very important to bake all this with a food film because in no case should excess moisture come out of our dough. Therefore, we bake it thick enough and send it to the steam bath. And now we need to hold all this for 10 minutes in the steam bath. Meanwhile, we can prepare our filling because we will need to work with the dough quite quickly. I will take pieces of banana and cut them into sufficiently thick pieces. We will need to peel the kiwi and also cut them into sufficiently thick pieces. And we will use the club in its entirety. As for the curd cheese, I will take such a small piece of food foil. By the way, I decided at the last moment to use exactly such a natural curd cheese, without any substitutes, because our club turns out to be quite sweet. So here I am. I will now try to tuck it inside. We need to do so that our curd mass was around our club. So we will have such two balls in this party made exactly with curd cheese. We will pack the rest as it is. We lay out all our dough on the crumb, also sprinkle it again with crumbs, so that it does not stick too much to the hands. And now we need to either roll out all this stuff with a rolling pin, or we do it like this, knead it with our hands. Personally, I will quickly divide it into two halves like this, and I will do it separately. Now we need to cut all this into portion pieces. Stick such pies. It should be done quite quickly. If we stir, that dough will probably dry out and it will not lay out such our creative ball. And now we need to stick the edge. Well, as I made the ball quite large, then I will have to stick it like this with the second piece. Now we will be rolling pure fruits. So, now we have a club sandwich ready. Now let's use this piece to bake our banana here. So this is how our little banana turned out. And now we're going to make a kiwi like this. This is how our kiwi turns out. Well, now we need to try it and tell what it tastes like. Honestly, I've already tried it, and Dima has too. And I'm telling you right away, while I was preparing all this, he came, tried it for the first time and said that it tastes like some kind of raw dough and it's not very tasty. But 5 minutes later, Dima returned to the kitchen and asked for more. That is, in principle, the first impression. At first a person is kind of scared and thinks that it's a dessert, but then somehow there arises a feeling that it's actually okay, it's edible. The only thing I'm saying is that, for example, the first time I cooked with less powdered sugar, the second time I added more, the dough became sweeter. The only thing I didn't try is such a creative option. It's quite tasty. This version is, of course, very delicious. The banana, it seems to me, essentially gets lost against the background of such a dough. In kiwi, it's such an acid, very interesting. You can also try it. The club, in principle, pulls out all this dessert, because it is sweet in itself. This option is already quite sophisticated. Well, what do you want to say in conclusion? The dessert is very unusual for us, but I think it's worth trying. That's all from me. Subscribe to this channel for more undiscovered dishes from various kitchens around the world. Don't forget about likes and comments. Subscribe to all social networks. You were with Ekaterina from the Paprika channel. Try something new, experiment, and see you soon.